So Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 occupies this weird place in history because it's not made by the same people who made the first two Marvel Ultimate Alliances, but this is actually a pretty decent game. I found myself really enjoying this while I was playing it, and it's just different, although it's also kind of the same. The reason I say it's different is because it has this aesthetic about it that feels very cartoony, much more so than the originals did. And even so, it works for the genre because it's based on comic book characters, and it looks like I'm playing as comic book characters. It looks like I'm playing a comic book, so it feels good to look at. And when you play as the characters, there's lots of action happening on screen. There's all kinds of chaos, which is absolutely what you expect from Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Marvel Ultimate Alliance has always been all about this really fast arcade-style action that kind of has RPG elements, but they're not really all that complex, and the same thing applies to this game. Now, you really don't need that much for all these characters because honestly, the joy of playing as Marvel characters or Marvel superheroes is going to be choosing your superhero and being able to just kind of button mash your way to victory and use a bunch of their powers a little bit and then change out the characters and play as someone else for a little while. That's really what you want from one of these things, and that's what you get. I love just going in and choosing different characters and switching them out occasionally. I played as the Guardians of the Galaxy for a little while and had a blast doing that, and then I played as Spiderman and Wolverine and Captain America and Hulk, and I tried out a few other heroes. There's not a lot of characterization in the writing or anything, but that's really not the point of this game. The most characterization you're really going to get is when they have little blurbs at the bottom of the screen, or sometimes you'll see things in text that are popping across the screen and you'll get a sense of who these characters are then. And that's fine, really. Even so, I still feel like I'm getting a decent Marvel Ultimate Alliance experience, albeit somewhat of a different feeling one than it used to be. This game is very easy to understand. It's very easy to play. All you really have to do is just button mash a whole bunch, use your powers, and try to stun the enemy so that they're open up for your attacks, and then you go in with your attacks, and then boom, you chip away at their health and rinse and repeat, and that's how you fight a lot of these enemies. Although it doesn't get monotonous because there's little strategies that you have to use on different fights in order to win, or at least win more easily. It's not huge, but these strategies do add some variation to the gameplay and make it a little bit more interesting. So do I think that Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is worth playing on Nintendo Switch? Absolutely. I think that you should give it a shot, guys. This one is going to feature a lot of comic book elements mixed with MCU elements, and if you're into Marvel at all, I think you're going to find at least some enjoyment out of this. So give it a shot and see what you think, because if you enjoyed Marvel Ultimate Alliance, those video games, you're probably going to be into this one.